Good evening. I hope everyone's doing well. Big shout out to both Brainstorm and Donnie, who, in my opinion, are the absolute godfathers of misery when it comes to these videos. And you know, I I've had a lot of time to take in Donnie, especially. This goes out to you. You know, I've had a lot of time, Donnie, you know, um, to really take in all this. And, in writing my book, in writing my novel, which, by the way, everyone, I'm going to tell you, I actually informed my agent and he said to go ahead. The title of the book is called I-95. It's all been, it's pretty much copyrighted now. So my pen name is Peter Straight, as you all know. And the book is called I-95. We're hoping to get it released for sometime just around January 25th. That's when the New York Times does its review for bestsellers. It's up around that time, anyway. Basically, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be straight the hell up, and I'm going to say, I think, when I when I look at these videos and along with the research that I've been able to physically compile myself, which, by the way, people, within the last 3 months, I've spent about $3,000 in long distance. Okay, I have contacted, by the way, a point that I did want to bring up about a certain author. It's okay to, like I said, have infatuations, and it's completely understandable that someone of the opposite sex would find Ted absolutely enthralling. But actually come to find out that she did write him some letters that were very graphic, by the way. You know who you are, and I think you are an absolute scumbag. And I'm not going to mention names. And I actually have come to find out a couple of things. And I think it's very, very important that we all realize something. No matter how charming he may have been, no matter how intellectual he was, I want you all to sometime do yourselves a favor. And I want you to picture a 12-year-old girl with the prettiest reddish brown hair you ever seen in your life, walking home one day to have it come across a fucking maniac like that. And to imagine what that little girl must have went through. I'm talking about Kimberly Beach. Okay? The bottom line is, he got what he fucking deserved. The idiot, again, I've said this and I've made this evidently clear. He was offered life in prison. He was offered, actually, I think he was offered something like 500, 600 years, is what it was. And he knew he was never going to get to see the light of day again. Not on the outside, anyway. And he also knew, come on, let's fucking be realistic. We all know that the prison system is not like, a lot, the prison system in the States and in the UK. It's not like Canada. One thing I'm going to call Canada out right now. CSE, fuck you. Seriously. You guys spend your lives serving and protecting. Bullshit. Yeah, serving and protecting what? Keeping these guys behind plexiglass cells and, you know, letting them fucking live out their lives, huh? Why don't you do us all a favor and start throwing those motherfuckers in general population like you do in the States, you know? I mean, from what I hear in fucking Pelican's Bay, there's a fucking murder every day, you know? The bottom line is, you know, and I believe actually down in the States as well, certain certain crimes are not looked on as so roughly, but I do know for a fact that all of us convicts share one thing in common when it comes to the sexual molestation of little girls or the fucking rape and murder of a fucking 12-year old. I don't think any of us would approve. And I'm gonna fucking tell you something. If it would have been my daughter, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something there. I hope all you fucking relatives of that fucking goof come across this. And the bottom line is, I would have tied old Teddy Boy to a rusty fucking chair. Alright? You know what I'm saying? With a big drain underneath him. Big drain pipe. Hell, I would have had a doctor friggin' hop aboard to make sure we had enough blood of his sort to keep him alive for a couple of days. The bottom line is, people, the guy was a fucking stooge. Don't get me wrong, I'm completely infatuated with him to an extent. Like I have said, he is the true godfather of misery. The first time that word was used, a couple of you have mentioned, oh, Jack the Ripper and all this. Listen, people, the first time that word was used, you claim to watch all these stupid fucking movies. Yeah, well, watch the not Ted Bundy Legacy of Evil, but the one that just followed that before, which I thought was actually a really good movie, by the way. And it actually says in the very beginning of the movie, it has a big black and white picture of him, and you see Alfred Walsh's name, and he's a forensic psychiatrist, criminologist of like 36 fucking years, and the first time that word was ever fucking used was to describe him. So anyway, getting off that fucking notoriety topic, Donnie, I gotta say, I'm very, very impressed. I've been looking over your stuff, man. I actually just added you to my friends list, bro. So, and anybody that's a friend of Donnie's is a friggin' friend of mine. If you got problems with fucking Donnie, guess what? Well, you're gonna be hearing from me, okay? So that's that. Yeah. And by the way, I live in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. I'm right on fucking Princess Street, you know. Feel free to fucking, give me a shout any old time. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, what to you? Anyway, Donnie, I think your fucking videos are top notch. And, again, just, I'll be looking for you up and around, man. And, feel free to holler back at your boy, man. Alright? This is Peter Straight saying goodnight to you all.